Every Monday evening, mark it on your clock. At 7 p.m. sharp, get ready for the talk. Join host Jerry McKee, he's the man with the show. From mayors to musicians, let the good times flow. Grab a seat and settle down, get ready for a ride. Incredible guests lined up, let's take it in stride. Voices from your community, stories to be told. With every conversation, let the magic unfold. Join the prime time, come on, tune in. Engage in discussions where the fun begins. With Jerry McKee at the helm of the stream. Experience the vibes, live the dream. From Ronnie McDowell to the Oak Ridge Boys, connecting us all through laughter and joys. Every guest a treasure, a beacon of light. Each story a journey, taking flight. Get to know the people who shape our days. With Jerry leading the way, we'll be amazed. So grab your coffee, it's time to unwind.
Well, hello, I'm Jerry McKee, and we're back. Sorry, we had some instant stuff going crazy around here. I believe you can hear me now. I'll wait for my engineer, see if she can say she hears me. And we got a special guest. We got Trans South Wrestling star, and I don't know how he takes a beating like he does. I tell you what. I know he does a lot of things, and they do some charity work, and they. If you hear a little voice in the background, that's the engineer saying everything's good. But Dion Johnson is. We got a little dog barking and everything else. Black Cat Johnson, that's what you know him mostly by in this wrestling professional. He's a professional wrestler, and we're going to explore how he got into wrestling. What is he doing now? What he's got coming up in the future? He's got all these things coming up like that. And if you see a little TikTok down below me there, the ticker, Bill and Edith Dingle, they have this ministry, the ICTHUS, I think ICUS ministry. It's a place up in North Carolina. And if you look at the ticker, the QR code, it's not popping up, of course. And if you just Google them, and you can see, let me pop this up again. There we go. There's the QR code. Scan that code with your phone, and it'll take you right to their website, and you will be able to see all the things they do in their ministry. It's a retreat, and I tell you what, the family retreat and the kids will love it. So go ahead and scan that code and check these people out. We're going to have them on our show, hopefully, and to really get into details where you can see a lot of different things that are going on there. And the price is it's just unbelievable what the price is. It's a ministry they have there, and you can stay there. And I mean, it is beautiful, beautiful. Way up in Bryson City, North Carolina, beautiful area up there. And I encourage you to go there. And well, we're going to bring on the man of the hour here. Let me pop off a couple little things here and get him on here, and where you can see him, because you see me all the time anyway. And let me switch him over. How's it going?
How's it going, Jerry?
Oh, it's going great. Now, I tell you what, we was talking about this earlier, like that. You've transformed leaner and meaner now,
Right.
and you were bigger and meaner then, but now we're like this.
A little older, a little thinner, and a little quicker.
A little quicker. There you go. A little quicker. They can't grab you as much now.
Right.
You just slide right on out. Now, Dion, what got you into wrestling? I mean, was this something that you grew up in, or what got you into this avenue that you wanted to go up and just get your body beat up and slam?
I was always a professional wrestling fan from the time I was a little boy. I probably watched it for the first time when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I was hooked. And I said, that is what I want to do one day when I grow up.
Now, what were some of your, as a kid, who were some of your heroes there in the wrestling?
I had three: the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes;
Yes.
Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant;
Yeah.
and the Junkyard Dog. Those are my three favorites.
I tell you, when I was a kid and I seen the Boogie Woogie Man come on there, I thought that was so cool. I was like, wow. I thought he was kind of crazy.
Believe it or not, coming up in April, uh, in Rock Hill, uh, Jimmy Valiant is going to wrestle his very last match, and it's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records as being the oldest professional wrestler to have a match. And he will be 81 or 82 years old. I'll be a
Wow.
part of that match.
Oh man, that's history right there.
National Wrestling, North American Wrestling Alliance. Check it out on Facebook. They'll be posting advertising for it here soon. Yes, it's going in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh man, that would be awesome. I just can't imagine. Man, I got here and shovel snow and I'm getting sore.
Oh, he's still a character. He still performs.
Yeah, and that's, to me it is amazing. But that's one of the questions I was going to ask you is apparently there's not an age that's cut off. It's like you're playing football. You get to a certain age. You just can't play no more, or nobody wants you to play no more.
If you're able to step through those ropes and move around, still, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can entertain the people. And, hey, us older guys, we entertain now as far as going in there, actually doing all the struggling and all that.
Right.
We're entertainers. We go out there and entertain. We save our backs and save our arms. If we can get the crowd going with us not having to do the physical stuff,
Yes.
we'll do that.
Now, a lot of people think that you can just kind of just jump in there and uh and that would be just kind of, oh, I could do that. I could jump and just wrestle or in there and something I don't know if it's Dusty Rhodes or the Rock and Roll Express is it might have been the Russian Koloff.
Mm-hmm.
That's who it was. When I watched a match when I was a kid, went to one,
Right.
and well, a couple of my buddies and all, and they just coming out like that, and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I told him, I says, I understand all this right here is fake. You know what he did? He slapped me.
Wow.
He slapped me, and he says, "Is that fake?" I said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." My buddies rolled and laughed. Of course, you can't do it nowadays, but I was being a little smart aleck, little kid. I mean, I wasn't a little kid. I was like 16 or so, or something like that.
And a lot of people have that presumption, oh, it's fake, it's phony. To some degree, it is. But David Copperfield, if he was to tell you that how he did his magic tricks, then that's going behind the curtain. But it's a physical sport. We do get injured, we do get hurt. I'll be 50 at the end of this month, Jerry, and arthritis has been set in from all these bumps and tackles I've taken over the years. Yeah, when I get up in the morning, I ache. Uh, I train with my guys on the weekends there at the Future Factory that I have, and yeah, it'll beat your body up.
Right. Now, when you was first doing this, when you first, who did you approach? Like was it hard to find someone that would train you or to get into wrestling? And what age was you?
Well, I was 14 years old, so this would have been in 1990.
Mhm.
And believe it or not, the guy that got me in lives just up the road on Tippy Hill, Larry Heatherly. He was also a professional wrestler. J.W. Steele. He got me in. I went to high school with his daughter. And once I found out that her father was a professional wrestler, I said, "This is my way in." So I got real friendly with her, and she introduced me to her father, which got me into the wrestling business.
Oh, what was this when you approached him? How was that? I mean,
I was afraid because I was still a 14-year-old kid talking to a guy with a handlebar mustache with big old muscles and a long haired ponytail and was mean as a rattlesnake. I was I was afraid. It was, if I can remember, uh, I went to his house and I said, "Sir, I would love to be a professional wrestler." He said, "Oh boy, you too young." I said, "But I love it." And he took me to Clinton where they was training one day, and Jerry, they beat the crap out of me. And when I got out of that ring, I said, "Man, I don't know if this is what I want to do or not." But something told me, just stick it out, keep coming back. And I bet I trained for 6 months. And I was still, 14, about to be 15 years old. And in the state of South Carolina, you have to be 18 years old to have a professional wrestling license.
Right.
So what would happen is once I trained and I got good at it, but I was still underage.
Right.
So if the commission wasn't there, they didn't show up to take their money, take their cut of the gate.
Right.
They would let me wrestle, and that happened a couple times. And once I got out there in front of that crowd, I was hooked.
Well, at 14, that's a young age. Now, was you sore the next day when after they done kind of?
Well, actually, Jerry, I was playing football at the high school at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I would leave 3 a day practice, 3 days in the summertime at the high school, and go to Clinton and get in this barn. It'd be 110 degrees inside of there. You know, you hit the ropes and hit that barn, hit that tin, you burn yourself. But I was in shape then. I was a young man.
Oh,
So none of that hurt me. None of it. But when the actual physical stuff that they did to me, oh yeah, that hurt.
yeah. Now, did they? I guess they did that just probably even a little extra, just to make sure is that what you want before they waste their
Right.
time into
It was testing. That's what they were
right
doing.
mentoring you and stuff.
Yep.
And I think that's really good when professionals will take a young man that really has his heart set on not discourage him, but really take him on under their wing to really see if that's really what they want. Now, what did your parents say when you?
My mom, she was like, "Oh, you out there with them grown men, they're gonna kill you." She was afraid for me, but I was like, "Look, this is what I want to do." And she says, "Well, if you keep your grades up and you continue to play football and you can do this, but the first time you get hurt, it's over." So I told those guys, I said, "Look, when I went back like the third day, I said, y'all can't hurt me because my mama will make me quit." They eased up on me a little bit, but it was like they would put coins in a sock or something, just wouldn't leave no bruises, but it hurt,
Yeah.
But they were real good to me. They took their time with me. They were patient with me, and I try to apply what they did for me to the guys I'm training now.
Right.
But I don't,
No,
it's not as harsh as it was when I was training.
You don't beat them with quarters, right? Well, being I bet you really watched a lot of wrestling when they was training you like that too, to see some of the moves.
And I still to this day, when I go to sleep, I'll turn on YouTube and go back and watch the 80s stuff. So, because what's old is new. See, these young kids that I have now, they don't have any clue of what I grew up watching. They don't have a clue.
Well, what were some of the techniques that you learned from the old school in growing up?
The most important thing I learned was how to sell, and that's selling is when somebody punches you or kicks you, and make the grimace of the faces.
Right.
Like in some of the pictures that you have, you'll see me grimacing like I'm really in pain.
Yeah, we're going to show some of them painful pictures.
That's the art of selling. That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Right. Now, when you hear that sound hitting that in the ring, when you hitting your platform, and
Mhm.
that makes a loud sound.
Right.
And now, I got to ask you, now you set up many rings, and is there a special way that you have to do it? Not anybody just kind of throw one of them up. Is it something special that you have to do?
It's a metal square frame. It could be 16 foot, 18 foot, or 20 foot. It's a metal frame with 2x10s going across it, and it's just metal and wood. You have maybe an inch of cushion on top of that wood and a little canvas on top of that. That's it.
Oh wow!
Many people think it's like a trampoline, but it's not. I'd like to invite you to come out to the factory and just step in there and kick around and see what you think about it.
Yeah, because I always wondered about that. Is that I thought, well, maybe because it's white on there,
Mhm.
and I was thinking, to kind of like spring, and it would
There's none of that.
that wood and metal don't bend, does it?
No.
And now, do you pad the corners or the?
Turnbuckles,
Yeah.
they're just a piece of cushion with a canvas wrapped around them, hooked to the turnbuckle. That's all it is.
When you get slinging those things,
And those ropes are steel cables with tape wrapped around them. That's it.
I thought there was special cables too. I'm learning something with this.
You have some rings that have real ropes,
Yeah.
the real rope on it. But those you like the WWE, they have real rope, and it's different from the cables. And then it's a whole lot different. And my trainees, when they first get in there, they want to jump around, think it's a trampoline. And I'm just sitting there looking at them, giggling to myself. So when they leave out of there, their backs have whips on them. They're they're hurting their back. They don't know how to fall correctly. I'm just letting them do what they do in a safe way, just to let them get acclimated to it. Then I start teaching how to do it safely.
Right, because I guess when they get in there, they says, "Oh, I can do this," and
Right.
and
They
and
quickly find out
yeah, you got a
it's not
certain
what
way.
it seems to be.
You got to fall. You got to learn how to do all these things.
Yeah.
That to me is it's entertainment yet, but it is uh, athletic.
Yeah.
You,
And it's dangerous, Jerry. Let me tell you a story. This happened just last week. And it's very sad that this kid, just like me or anybody else that had a dream of being a professional wrestler, started training last week in North Carolina. He ended up falling wrong in that ring, had a brain bleed and a seizure, and died
oh wow!
training. And he probably hadn't been training but a couple of weeks. Yeah. And that's how dangerous it is.
Right,
So that's why when my kids come out, yeah, when they first get in there, I let them mess around so they can get acclimated to what it is, so they can see that it's not what they think it is in a safe way. And then I'll stop them. I say, now I'm going to teach you the art of how to do this right and not get hurt, not hurt yourself and not hurt your opponent.
right. Yeah, because it's kind of and if you don't know what you're doing on this is about anything,
Right.
and falling like that, you know, you can jump on a trampoline, you're going to jump and bounce, but you can get hurt.
Right.
So anything like that, you're moving your body and throwing it up in the air and down, especially when you get out of the thrown out of the ring or something like that. You got to know how to land. And now I see them take. I got to ask, do you have prop chairs?
No. A lot of people think those chairs are gimmicked up and padded up. It's all in how you do it. If somebody was to hit me in the head with a chair, I'm not going to let them hit me here.
Right.
They're going to hit me here, and I'm going to shrug my shoulders to absorb the pain. Now, when they hit me across the back, I'm not going to let them hit me back here. I'm going to let them hit me across my shoulders.
So there's places that you know it's going to hit. It's going to it's
in a safe spot.
safe spot. Yeah. Wow. I've always wondered about that because I see them throwing chairs and on top of tables
And
and
some guys are reckless and they'll just boom, they don't care. That's when you say, okay, you got that one. The next one, it's not. It's called a receipt and it's coming.
right. And now you have. I know you have to do this. You have to practice, or you have to do you, trash talk.
Right.
I mean, because you hear, and I've listened to y'all, and I've been there when y'all did some trash talk, and some of them just absolutely funny.
Right.
But you got to learn how to do the trash talk, right?
If you don't know how to talk, you ain't gonna make no money in the wrestling business. Ric Flair's the greatest talker of all time.
Yes, I agree there.
Right. So.
And people still use that woo.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen it in commercials.
And he's trademarked that thing. And he's still getting paid off of it. So.
I know y'all are friends.
Mm-hmm. So we actually wrestled his son for Trans South before he passed away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reed.
I tell you, it's amazing what all goes in there. And how long do you train? I mean, I know some people say, "Well, I play golf and I have to train so many hours a day and stuff like that." What is the average that you train?
Well, we train at the Future Factory 2 hours a day on either Saturday or Sunday. Um, one of my students just had his first match 2 weeks ago, and he trained for 8 months before we even put him out there in front of people. And his first match was against me.
Oh,
So,
mentor.
he did real well, and now he's actually taking bookings from other promoters, and I'm real proud of him. Trent James is his name. Tall, slender guy, probably 160 pounds. He's good, and he's got the mind for it. His daddy, Perry James is his manager.
Mm-hmm.
But we trained him for 7, 8 months before we even got him booked on the show, and he's doing real well.
And people got to know also, it's totally different than high school wrestling.
Yes.
Because someone gets to saying, "Well, wait a minute, they're on the floor, they're doing this right here, and they got these safety gears and things on too." But tell the audience what's the difference from high school wrestling versus professional wrestling.
Well, high school wrestling is real. That's the toughest 6 minutes of your life. You have uh, 2 3 minute quarters, periods, and I'm telling you that's tough. Now, as far as professional wrestling, 95% of it is us doing it to ourselves.
Right.
The other 10 15%, if I was to grab you by the arm and shoot you off to the opposite side of the ring, why would you come back?
Exactly.
Showmanship. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, it's just like movies, it's just like westerns and stuff where they shoot and the car chases and all this right here. It's entertainment, and we like to see things like
Yeah,
that.
and what we are just glorified stuntmen.
Yeah, and that get hurt. That
Right. I mean, I've seen people. Had my nose broke, fingers broke, sciatica in my hip. I mean, you can get hurt, but you have to take care of yourself and your opponent, and your opponent has to do the same thing because you have to live to wrestle the next night, or you have to live to go to work. If you have a real job,
right.
So, what I tell a guy before we even go out there, we already know who's going to win and who's going to lose.
Right.
But I always tell them, let's go out here and have fun. I'm not going to hurt you, and I'm not going to let you hurt me.
Yeah.
So if you just keep your mouth shut and your ears open, I will tell you everything you need to do.
Yeah. Now, what about the managers and promoters now? Because I've seen some colorful managers, and Derek's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That really, I mean,
G. Frederick Vanderbilt.
I mean, I love the outfits they put on like this.
Very colorful.
It is, and they're entertaining in themselves.
And that's an art to that as well. And Derek and Perry James, and they've mastered that.
Yeah,
They can get that crowd just by not even saying anything, just looking at them a certain way, and them people will go crazy. They make it easier for guys like me now. If they're managing me, I don't have to say nothing. I just got to go in there in the ring and let them do all the work.
yeah. Well, see, and me looking around, I never did really want to be the wrestler. I wanted to be that uh, promoter or that manager right there that's
Mhm.
dressed up like Pimp Daddy or something.
Right. Jim Cornette was one of the greatest. Bobby the Brain Heenan, those were the two
Yep.
greatest managers I've ever seen.
Yeah, because people hated them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hated them more than they hated the guys that they didn't even manage.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're going to switch. We're going to look at uh, some pictures here, and also we're going to look at some uh, videos too here in a moment.
All right.
And we'll put up here. Now, this is the furniture future
The Future Factory.
Picture Factory. Tell me about that and where it's at and how people can, folks that wants to be trained as a professional wrestler. Tell me, let's talk about this a little bit.
Okay, yeah. The Future Factory is at 4278 Cross Keys Highway, Union, South Carolina, 29379. It's actually my home. I have a building out back with a 16-foot ring in it, and we go out there and we train. Right now I have 4 students, and then we have guest guys that come out and help me out with the training as well. Yeah, we're out there every Saturday and Sunday.
Now, in doing this training, I heard you talk about being licensed. What's involved with that?
Well, in the state of South Carolina, you have to have a professional wrestling license, which includes you have to have a physical every year, um, signed by a doctor, and you have to send that to the athletic commission here in South Carolina in Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pay your wrestling fee, which is $50 to the athletic commission, and they send you a license, and it's valid for 1 year.
Oh, so you have to get validated every year.
Every year.
Oh, okay.
And if you're a wrestling promoter, manager, referee, ring announcer, you have to be licensed in the state of South Carolina to do anything on a wrestling show.
Now the referees are, I guess they have to go through training too.
Yes.
Just like to do at the football fields.
Referees, managers, every aspect of it, we do it there at the Future Factory.
Wow. Well, let's look at this right here. It looks like you're in pain right there. Now you look a little different there, but you look like
Yeah, I was a little heavier, and the guy has my leg bent backwards,
Yeah, and I imagine it didn't stretch as much as it will now, right?
Right.
Now, where was this at right here?
This was actually taking in Greenville, South Carolina. No, actually, this was at the rec center in Union.
Oh, okay. I thought I kind of recognized that a little bit. Now there you are. You must have won. Are you coming in?
That's coming to the ring.
Coming into the ring.
Mhm. That's one of the nice robes I had. If there's any seamstress out there looking at this, give me a holler on Facebook. I need a seamstress.
Yes. Now you do a lot of. This is a Christian
Right.
that you was involved with,
Mhm.
wrestling team right here. Tell me a little bit about this because y'all do a lot of charity work.
This was actually at the Cowboy Church there on 150 in Packlet.
Oh, okay.
We did a benefit show, and we do a lot of those. Especially if you're getting booked by George South, he does a lot of Christian networking. And actually, we have, at the fair we had, excuse me, at the fair we had Wrestling for Christ.
Right.
They're at the fairgrounds, and they're actually coming back in the spring, and they're going to be running the fairgrounds every month.
To me, I think that's great because I've seen a lot of y'all's posters that goes out, and you do a lot of benefits for a lot of different charities and things.
Because we have to give back. Because what was given to us, if it wasn't for the fans paying their admission to come see us, how will we get paid?
Right.
So, I'll do everything I can to give back because without them, there is no me.
Right. Right. Now, here's another one of your outfits, and look like you're carrying a belt there.
Right. That's my old tag team partner, Sweet Dreams, and we were known as the Soul Patrol, and we were the WrestleForce tag team champions at that time. And this was in Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Okay. And I see these great big old speakers right there, and I know I did this for y'all one time like that. The Is it very important to select your music on coming out?
Oh yeah, I'm a R&B guy,
Right.
but it's got to have a real funky beat. So that gets me going when I come out through that curtain. I'll dance and whatever, and get engaged with the crowd.
It gets the crowds going
Oh
on.
yeah. So that music's very important. So back in the 60s and the 50s, they didn't have that. Those guys just came to the ring walking,
Right.
But toward the 80s, that's when the wrestling entrance music started.
Right. And now they got music and
Oh,
lights and
Pyro and everything.
Now, this guy looks like he's in pain. Now, what'd you do to his arm?
That is the actual very good picture of when I say the art of selling.
Right.
Now, I have probably choked him or something at this point, and then somebody grabbed that picture of him holding his neck and just grimacing in pain.
Yeah. Okay. I thought
In actuality, he's all right.
right. And this must
Same
have,
guy.
yeah, this probably was a chokehold you did to him.
Right.
And you know what? The photographers did these pictures. They did a great job on
Yeah,
this.
they catch pictures that unbelievable, and I love them, especially I get to know these people when they're sitting around the ring. I get to conversate with them, and I know once I become friendly with them, they'll take all the pictures of me from the time I come out to the time I go back.
Yeah, well, that's good promotional for you that you can use those right here. And I imagine some of the pictures you saw that you said, "Oh, did I do that?"
Right.
That makes
there's
a
been,
face.
there's been plenty of pictures. I was like, oh man, they caught a bad one on that one.
Now, this is
Ricky Morton.
Ricky Morton, yes.
Express. And this was in Brevard, North Carolina, and we were a tag team, and we named ourselves the Rock and Soul Express.
The Rock and Soul Express. Now, Ricky, he had a partner with him,
Robert Gibson.
Robert. Okay.
Now, actually, this past Saturday on Valentine's Day, Ricky Morton, who is 68, 69 years old now, is teaming with his son, Kerry. They were just in Anderson this past Saturday.
Wow.
He's still doing it.
That just amazes me that the age that they're still doing this.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
So when I say the art of selling, if you ask anybody who knows anything about professional wrestling, they'll tell you that Ricky Morton is the best seller of all time. He would actually be having tears come out of his eyes when he in reaching out to the people, mouthing "Help me, help me." And back then, them people would try to jump.
Oh
in the ring.
yeah,
You help.
yeah, that security.
But if you ask anybody that knows anything about professional wrestling and ask them who the best seller in wrestling is, they'll tell you Ricky Morton.
And they had some cool music too. Because I used to go to some of the matches.
Lama 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 Rock and Roll King, yeah.
Yes.
When it come on, man, them people would go crazy.
Crazy. Before they even get out there.
I still do, because him and Robert, they'll team up still.
Yeah.
And it just takes me back to my childhood when they come out.
Oh yes. Look at that face now. I'll tell you what, he putting a hurting on you.
It's selling right there. And as you can tell, he really doesn't even have it locked in. He just got his hand over my shoulder and up under my arm, and I'm just acting like he's killing me.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of sweat on that head too.
And it's kind of like sweating it out there like it's really hurting.
Right.
And this is look like it's in pain. And somebody can sit there. Oh,
You have to make the people believe. If they don't believe it, then I try to make it like they're going to a movie.
right.
These shows last 2.5 hours. Movies last the same. If when I go out, they can watch all the other matches and say, "Oh, that's phony." But when I go out there, I want them to believe that, okay, this might be real.
Right. Yeah. Now there you are.
as the Florida heavyweight champion. And if you look behind that picture, that's an old picture. That was part of the Anderson Brothers Classic. That's Gene and Ole Anderson
Oh, okay.
in that picture behind me, and that's their trophy, which me and my tag team partner didn't win that night.
Was they giving the trophy away to
Yeah.
the winner? Oh, wow. Was the picture going with it?
No, just the trophy.
Oh, trophy. No, they should have given the picture.
I had to wrestle twice, and I had to defend that Florida heavyweight title and be a part of that tournament.
Ah, well, that's a nice looking belt.
Yeah.
Now those belts are heavy.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is when I was in Nova Scotia, Canada. This is me and my late partner. He just passed away, Sir Mo, which was a former WWF tag team champion at one time. Has been on a mission with King Mabel.
Wow.
We were in Nova Scotia, Canada, and with one of the fans, she wanted to wear. She got her little tiara, and we had our little crowns on, and we were at a hockey rink before the matches.
Now, reason I brought that picture up right there is one thing is the crowns, but women wrestle.
Yes.
You know, it's
They're
because
tough.
yes, because I've seen some even now watching and see them on there, and I mean they're in shape,
Yes.
and they can be brutal.
But the two toughest ladies I ever saw was Bambi and Peggy Lee Leather, and they would come around to Buffalo, to the National Guard, to the high school. Those two women went at it. They were tougher than men.
Well, they'd flip that hair, and I get pulling it, yanking, and I said, you know, to me, looking at the women wrestlers like that, I always thought, well, I want to tangle with these women right there.
The girls now are nowhere compared to back in the 70s and 80s. The Fabulous Moolah, like I said, Bambi and Peggy Lee Leather, Leilani Kai. I mean, those were tough ladies.
Man. Well, I know I never did want to date one of them.
Right.
I can see me now doing something. They body slamming.
Of course, that's me and Derek. When we were going to Bowling Springs every week, we would incite the crowd so much they would tell us not to come sometimes.
Oh man. Well, I like the cowboy hat.
Yes, it's my trademark now. Cowboy
The
hat.
cowboy hat. And there's Derek.
All flamboyant.
Yes, and
with his cape and his glasses and do-rag. Yeah, very colorful.
yeah, and he's got that voice
Yes,
to it too.
he got that showmanship from his daddy.
Yep. Oh yeah. And here is the king.
There you go.
Now
Another road that was in Charlotte for $5 wrestling.
now,
Derek was actually my manager. You can see him,
right there in that cut off a little bit right there. Now you must have won because I see the belt coming.
Yes.
How many belts do you have?
There's no telling how many.
Now,
I've got two at home.
Now, do you ever? I know you got to keep some sometimes like that, but when you have to give them up when
you lose,
and it just kind of passes around. Did it get to a point to where that you so many matches that they say, okay,
yeah,
it's yours.
Yep. There'll be times where you wrestle for promotion, like Pro Wrestling Union, and I'm still mad at Cole McBee to this day. He didn't never give me one of those titles to take just for my keepsake.
Right.
But there are some promoters that'll just retire a belt and give it to the last person that had it.
Right.
And then they'll probably have a new one made, and
yeah,
it keeps going.
I think they're cool belts. I mean, whoever come up with the design of those big belts like that,
I love everything about professional, especially the intricate ring gear, the robes, the costumes, the belts, the boots.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the boots.
Very expensive.
Yeah, and they always had something slid down in there to bring out the.
I always wanted something like the Iron Sheik with the curled toe on them.
Yeah,
so I could kick somebody in the throat.
Yeah.
Those boots are expensive.
Well, I'm going to show. Let's look at a couple videos right here, and this one here. Before we get into the longer one, I just want to bring this one up here.
That's actually Perry James. He trained his son to have a match. Yeah, that's another one of my guys, Bruno Royce. And that lady, she gets mad.
She look.
Oh, she gets mad.
Yeah, she looked like she's just. Oh man, she could just rip somebody's throat out.
I would talk to her husband. He's like, we bring her here to calm her down. You know, after she's yelled for 2 hours, she gets home, she's fine for the rest of the week, for next Friday.
Oh, yeah, come here, boy.
Yeah. She has that seat every show.
Now you got a different outfit on that.
Oh yeah. I have all kinds of
To William Roberts,
Yeah.
Bob Keller, and all the
He's
fans
running in.
there
He's
in
gonna choke me with
Chester.
it.
I want to say I'm sorry.
That must be the guy's manager.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
what's coming your
The managers
way.
interfere once in a while.
But you
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me no choice.
He's choking me out.
Dion Johnson, you brought this all on yourself.
They're both grabbing each end of it.
They actually slipped the Alka-Seltzer in my mouth, so when I come up, I'll keep foaming at the mouth.
Oh, okay.
It's all over.
Now,
Then the hillbillies come out and save me.
oh, I see them coming out there. Yeah. And that's when they kind of off stage a little bit back there, and they hear about something bad happening. They come out.
All right, they're watching the monitors back there.
Now, they used to. I know years ago, didn't they used to have? Sometimes they put like little razor blades, something like that, and hit on the forehead to make the blood come out. I mean, it didn't really hurt. It just kind of.
You would cut the edge of a razor blade. You take just the tip of it and tape it around your finger. Some people carry it under their tongues. Some will put it in their wrist tape. And I don't know if you can see. That's happened a couple times where you know somebody hits you with a chair and you go down and
Yeah.
get the blood flowing, come back up, and the blood is just pouring. Not too many times have I done it. But I've done this a few times. Now, Derek, on the other hand, he loved it. I told him, I said, dude, why are you doing this to yourself? Because one day you're going to get old and these marks are going to still be there.
They're gonna still be there, like that. But you know, people. Well, us men that shave, well, women too. They shave too,
Right.
and yeah, a little tiny nick like that. And you're just like, oh gosh, they're like going to bleed and bleed and bleed. And
The worst forehead I ever saw in wrestling was Abdullah the Butcher. His cuts were so deep, he could stick a quarter down in those crevices. And
Wow.
they would stay there. That's how deep but he made his money that way.
Yeah. Now Dusty Rhodes used to do that.
Same way.
Yeah, man. Well, I got another. We'll get some. This one's a little bit longer, and in about 5 minutes. There, let me click this. Out there too, because someone made the video. This was in a Summer of Madness.
That's jacket.
Yes, I've seen that right there. You going on the elbow a little bit.
It was my tag team partners, Moonshine Express, Big Nasty, and High Flying Hillbilly.
It was those ones that saved you before, and those.
And we're going against tag team champions managed by Perry James. And Perry James is actually in this match as well.
Oh, okay.
So if we win, I get 5 minutes alone with it.
Right. I think they did that interview. I've got that in there.
We're trying to get him to tag in there. He's high. He don't want to get in there with us.
That looked like a nice arena right there too.
This
Y'all's
is
in.
in Chester. 110 Helen Street. They run 2 shows a month.
I see. I couldn't get on them ropes like that to save my life.
Now, do you remember a guy that used to come to Buffalo, Chief Jay Eagle?
Okay, yeah.
Actually, his son.
Oh, okay. Now, do you get up there on that rope like that?
Not now, not old age. I'm grounded.
Because it takes some real skill to balance up there to get up there like that.
I used to cut back flips off of him and everything. Not so much anymore. Now he's gonna be sneaky and try to sneak up behind him, and I'm gonna catch him. Bam! Bam! Whoa, winding it up. Looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, elbow, man. I see this woman over here on the far left over here. My left, maybe your left too. Man, she's into that.
Yeah,
She's just jumping up and down.
he love it. Now I put him in the sleeper hole. I'm gonna put him in the sleep.
So who protected? Who mastered that sleeper hold?
Johnny Weaver.
Right. That I was trying to think his name the other day. Like that.
Johnny Weaver and George Becker.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy slid in and hit me from behind with the boot. Fell back, hit me with his arm.
Right, and that's how they won. They cheated. The nerve of it.
He got me.
Yeah, and you know what? When they sneak in and do that like that, it just tears the audience up.
This lady, she got fired up.
Yeah, I see her right there. And you know what? The refs, they get him.
They take a deep view as well.
Now, we'll see him here in a minute. I want to ask you who this guy is here. He's like, he's on the microphone behind him.
That's Bob Keller. That is the matchmaker.
Oh, okay.
And you know,
Who was, there used to be a ring announcer, and he's the voice who goes all over the place. This time the Rumble.
what is the guy? Yeah, he's in boxing.
Right.
I can't think of that guy's name.
He got famous with his voice just by doing that right there.
He got paid.
Matter of
handsomely.
that the song for that, dun, 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 like that, it's got that on.
You know,
And I used to play that song.
unfortunately, I didn't see it. I can't reverse the referee's decision.
And I guess this is where he's giving you your
Rematch.
rematch on it.
But this
And
isn't
I took
over.
it
I'm going to give
real
Deion
long. I
Johnson
just took
another
pieces out of it.
chance.
See how intended these people are? See how she is?
Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And he said, well, ain't nothing I can do. I didn't see it. Well, you mean we saw it?
Right.
Deion, on September 5th, I'm going to give you an opportunity. You find a tag partner,
Of
whoever
course, we
you
can't
want to
hear it
find.
right here. I'm sitting here, but they people out there can hear
And
it.
if you win,
Yeah, he's just
you get
explaining
5 minutes by
the
yourself
rematch.
in
Right.
this ring with Perry James.
Now, who's that girl talking back there?
Walking from the concession stand.
Yeah, he's like, man, but he looked like he used to wrestle himself.
Any partner. Anybody you want.
It could be one of these great
It could be anybody here. It could be except maybe her. I don't want to
There's a
see her
man
catch
flying back there.
I mean, that's-
That's that.
Which one of y'all want to be my
Same woman was in between that other one.
Yeah, she's in that same spot every show. Husband's right behind her just to
I
make
tell
sure
you
she don't
what,
come across that rail. He'll grab her, calm
September
down.
the 5th.
She gets all into it.
Man, I wouldn't want her on my bad side. Even out in public.
With a tag team partner, Bob.
When I was a bad guy, she hated me. When I'm a good guy, she
One of
loved me.
my great people right here in Chester, South Carolina.
I try to maintain friends with her, She'll bring you cookies and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, I can imagine she can and really just kind of just tired into it. I just
Oh, shoot.
that's funny.
She makes the show. She
Right.
she entertains us.
Yeah. Well, when you got the audience like that, it gets everybody else up and going.
Yeah.
And they get the money's worth. And
That's what it's for. You've had the stresses of the week in your real life. So when you come there, you want to just let loose and have fun and scream and holler.
Right.
And get ready for Monday for the real work week, and then wait again until Friday. Get to do it all over again.
yeah, just release that.
Yeah.
and plus the entertainment of it like that.
And that's what I try to have in my mind when I go out there. These people probably had the same issues I've had this week because when I go out, this is my outlet to release and relax from real life.
Right.
So I try to entertain them and let them just forget about their problems of the previous week
Right.
and let them just explode for a little while.
Well, we're getting at the top of the hour, and one question I want to ask you is how does the wrestling affect your everyday life and work and things like that? How does it uh, give you, some people take and says, well, I do this right here. It gives me more knowledge. It gives me more looking at things differently. How does wrestling change your everyday life? Even though this is entertainment, so like, how does it change your everyday life?
It gave me the ability to read people because when I'm Derek Green and Deion Johnson are two different people, but they're the same person.
Right.
So when I go out there, when I'm in the real world as Derek Green, come Friday night at 8:00, I become Deion Johnson. So I can look at these people and know how they're feeling.
Right.
Or what they're feeling because I can just look at them. I've been doing it so long, whether they are happy or sad, and we have the ability to change the way people feel
Mm-hmm.
in a split second.
Right. And you use that at work, you use that in real life.
I use it in real life.
People. Yeah. Well, Black Cat, I tell you what, I've learned a lot and I've enjoyed it. And I really appreciate you coming on the show
I
here.
appreciate you having me.
And it's just I learned a lot of stuff about the wrestling here that I didn't know.
Right.
And I really appreciate you opening and sharing this with us. And folks, I tell you what, if you want into wrestling, it's time to give Dion a call. He can get you trained, see if you really want to be in it or not. He can pretty well read you and also test you out a little bit.
They can reach me at BLK Cat Johnson on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But the address to the Future Factory is, again, 4278 Cross Keys Highway, Union, South Carolina, 29379. Just come on out and give it a try.
Exactly. Come on out there and try your skills and jump off of that top rail.
Right.
Oh,
See what you're really made of.
right. I couldn't even climb in the ring.
Jerry, you're more than welcome to come out there and watch it and get in there and just see how it feels.
Yeah. Well, I'll take your word for it. Well, let me sign off these guys here, and I really, like I said, appreciate you coming out and sharing all the special skills and everything. And folks, I tell you what, if you get a chance to go see one of these matches, you need to go because it is professional wrestling. It's not just like somebody throwing up a ring and just playing it, whatever like that. These guys are professionals. And please, some of these moves you've seen in here, if you're not a professional, don't try it because you can get hurt.
Please don't try this at home.
No, don't. And because it takes a special skill. It's like stuntmen in movies. When they fall in different ones, now everybody can be a stuntman because it does hurt and it can kill you. So do that. Well, I'm Jerry McKee, and next week we got a gentleman on here that's going to be coming out of Georgia, and he writes all kind of music, beach music, and some videos and things we're going to look at, and some of his beach music that he's written. So we're going to get into some music next week. Well, I'm Jerry McKee, and thank you for watching. And